going on, people? Welcome on in, guys, to the 2026-27 Jets schedule preview and predictions. Thunder Villarreal, Riggs Tamburo, and Luka Marzula are in the building for you guys here today. That said, my man Thunder, you do have your article on sportsforummedia.com for the Jets recap of last year and your expectations for this year. I don't want you to give too much away here, my man, but I'd love to hear your 2025-26 takeaways. And if you were a Jets fan, which Lord knows you're a Cowboys fan, if you were a Jets fan, how would you be feeling coming into this season here?
Honestly, man, like Aaron Glenn's coming in for his second year as head coach. Mm-hmm. I'm not too optimistic. I don't think Jets fans are going to be too optimistic too. I think over the years they've learned okay, I'm not going to get my hopes too high up. But I do see this being a nice acceleration year for the Jets. They should definitely do better than they did last year, only getting 3 wins last year. Pretty sure I got them in the article doing more at the end. I think I predicted maybe 5 or so. So I think it's definitely a year that's going to be a step in the right direction, but not going to be a whole lot of celebration going on for the Jets as well. So that's where I'm sitting here. Think they got some good stuff going on, did some good stuff in the offseason, not too crazy, but did some good stuff, made some steps in the right direction.
Yeah. My only thing is Aaron Glenn will not be the head coach at the end of 2026-27. Let me tell you right now, this dude is a disaster of a head coach. He might have done good things there in Detroit. He had his moments. Let's be real, though, of the 3 coaches, he was the bottom of the pick and pool there. Of those 3, I think we all respect the hell out of Ben Johnson. And obviously, I think Dan Campbell, other than having his we're going for it moments a couple too many times, pretty damn good coach in his own right. So I kind of think he was coming in at the bottom here. He got exposed. As soon as he did his little dancey dance thing down the sideline, bro, I'm through with Aaron Glenn.
Happy, man. He was feeling the excitement. Kind of strange, but still, it's good to see a coach get that excited.
He looked like one of them coaches that coaches at a D3 school who's hasn't won a game in 2 years and they're about to win one. That's what he looked like.
I remember hanging with some of my buddies and seeing that dance, and I was all like, "That's his. My job is safe for 1 year dance. I'm not gonna be out of here in
a week dance right there, bro."
that was his. I'm not gonna be out of here this season dance right there. Okay.
Yeah, you might be right. I'm just saying, I don't think he's around at the end of the season. That's my bold take here. But we are going to get in here, guys, to the schedule predictions. Our guy Luka coming on into the show. Fellas, this might be a bit of a tough schedule preview. So, folks, please let us know how you guys are feeling. If you agree with us on some, if you disagree with us on some, if you see a big upset that could be brewing, let us know. But keep in mind, sounds like Geno Smith is the starting quarterback here for the New York Jets. So I don't know how many wins they're going to be coming here, but we shall see. That said, hopping into the schedule, week number 1, you got the Jets at the Titans, a very winnable, very first game of the season here. Yes, it's on the road, but the Titans struggled last year. Cam Ward, some decent expectations this year, but overall, I'm personally not expecting a lot here. Luka, is week 1 a big-time win for Aaron Glenn and the New York Jets?
Well, it's like you said, Riggs. You couldn't ask for a more clean opening test for the Jets. Mm-hmm. Tennessee is still figuring things out under their new coach, and Cam Ward's entering a full developmental year. So I think this is a very winnable game. Shaky offense with a very promising Cam Ward. And the Jets, well, they're looking a lot more stable defensively. I'll give them that with their addition of T'Vondre Sweat. They plug him into the interior, and Minkah Fitzpatrick helps clean up the secondary mistakes a lot. So I feel like that haunted them last season, so that could make them a lot better. In a game like this, defined by field position, I think Aaron Glenn's group has the edge, especially against the Titans offense that still kind of lacks consistency, really. So easily a winnable game for the Jets to start off the season.
Thunder.
I'm pretty much right there with him. I'm a little bit more towards this is actually going to be a pretty well matched up game. I think it's going to be a nice game. But even though I am a pretty big Robert Saleh head coach fan, I'm all in on this guy when it comes to defenses. Like the way he turned the Jets around, and then it was like immediate when they let him go in the middle of the season. The Jets defense just started going down like that. Like this guy does some pretty amazing things for defense, but first game of the season, new head coaching stuff, Titans offense just kind of I'm still giving it to the Jets, thinking they're a little bit more well-rounded team. They've been together a little bit longer. Aaron Glenn taking over some defensive spots. They've made nice moves on defense, so the defense shouldn't be too bad as it was. Offense probably going to be their weak game here. Like it was, besides for Breece Hall, there wasn't much to be amazed by the offense last year. Not too much of change on this, but they did go out, got themselves a nice receiver in Omar to pair against. Oh man, I'm blanking on my receiver's name right now.
Which one?
The Jets' number one guy, man. I'm blanking on his name
Garrett
right
Wilson.
now.
Garrett Wilson.
Like they got a nice offense. They got a nice secondary receiver guy to come in from the draft. So I'm leaning more towards the Jets on this one, and just gonna agree. Titans are gonna lose this one.
Oh God, bro, this is hard because I know if Seth was here, he'd be taking the Titans because he's a Cam Ward believer. He's gonna be something. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Keep sticking to that story. Here's the problem. I can't stand the Titans, but bro, I can't stand the Jets either. And Thunder, you mentioned the defense. This is a defense who lost their two best defensive players in the offseason. And I know that they've made a couple moves, but even with those two guys, you're going to tell me with that pass rush and that guy back there playing corner, they had 0 interceptions. I don't know how they're going to stop anybody. So God forbid, I'm not going to say Cam Ward's going to have a good game, but if they don't pick him off and there's not a lot of turnovers being caused here, I love Geno, bro. But sometimes Geno do right back, and Geno, unfortunately, is a turnover machine, especially in this first week on the road. I don't see a lot of confidence here. I agree with you. I think throwing-wise, there's more there for the Jets than there is targeting-wise for the Titans. But in every other aspect, I can't really say that the Jets have the coaching advantage. I can't give them a defensive advantage, even though it feels like we should. But then you think about who they lost, and I can't. And then offensively, I do lean that way, but there's a lot less danger if you're the Titans offense. So, like, dude, this is awful. This is awful. I'm going to go with the Jets with you guys just to join the party because I don't believe the Cam Ward era. Now, you know what? No, I want Aaron Glenn to get fired. Screw it. Sorry, I'm going back, guys. Give me the Titans. Give me the Titans week 1. I can't. I hope Geno shows up with a big one.
A spite pick for a man to lose his job?
Bro,
come on,
I tried to spite pick freaking Cam Ward, but
First game?
low key, the Titans were getting a little better at the end of the year. And the Jets, man, they just did their off season. Respectfully, sorry, excuse my language, it was fucking terrible. It was a decent draft, but that's what happens when you get like a billion early picks. But this is week 1. I can't expect a lot out of those guys week 1. So I don't know, man. I'm going to go Titans, but deep down, betting wise, I'm taking the dog, which is probably the Jets, but I'm taking the dog.
This is a very close one to me. Like when I was writing the article and everything, this was a very close one where I was like either or, but I had to give the Jets some wins. And this is like, okay, the most logical one of the logical ones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they need this one bad, but so do the Titans. So, hey, we'll see what happens, guys. But 1-0 for these guys, 0-1 for me in week 1. Then the Packers at the Jets. There's a lot of non-believers of this Packers team. I just happen to not be one of them. I have been on the Packers. I believe in the Jordan Love train. He gets a lot of crap for his turnovers, and I understand that. But the dude throws missiles. He throws missiles, and he weaves it through people. He takes a lot of risks, and he does throw a lot of picks because of it. But when it works, my God, is it beautiful. He will throw it fingertips through 3 dudes just to try to hit a dude 40 yards down the field. I respect the shit out of that. So as long as Josh Jacobs ain't behind bars when we get to this game, this is Packers all day. So give me the Packers. Do either of you have an upset coming here for the Jets?
I got nothing. Even like I'm right there with you on the Packers. Even if my guy Jordan Love is more in his Brett Favre style instead of being like Aaron Rodgers, I still don't see the Jets coming out with this one. So I'm right there with you, man.
I fully agree. I mean, Jordan Love, I feel like no doubt kind of settled into a kind of a rhythm as a long-term starter, and just physical front seven. That's just big problems for a Jets team like this that's coming off a season like last year. Even at home, they're going to struggle to sustain drives against the defense that can win at multiple levels. So easily, that is a Packers win. Yeah,
this would be a miserable loss for Green Bay if they let this one go. But anyway, for O and me, for me, they're 0-2. So anyway, we're moving on through here, guys, to week number 3. Things don't get much easier, folks. Have fun on the road against the Detroit Lions. As you all, well, maybe not Luka, but as Thunder knows, and as you guys know, I like to fade Jared Goff when he goes outdoors on the road. But this ain't one of them games. So give me the Lions here. I think this is an absolute beat down. Yes, could there be a deep ball touchdown? Garrett Wilson over the top. They've been susceptible to the big ball. Maybe. So give me 35-7. Lions in this game here. Luka, where are you going with this one?
I'm right there with you. This is the exact kind of matchup that I think exposes where the Jets are still falling short. I mean, their defense is definitely still adjusting to new pieces, and the fact that it's in Detroit, it's just going to make communication even harder. And maybe they can, I mean, I will admit, maybe they can keep it competitive for a time, but Detroit's they just wear teams down, no doubt. They take over late, they get the job done. I'm right there with you. Easily the Detroit's hand them their second loss of the season.
Yeah, I fully believe it. Like, even if I know Lions were kind of on defense wise, kind of looking a little suspect towards the end of last season, they had some bang ups and all that. But even if for some reason their defensive woes continued, the Lions still too stacked on their offense. So there's just nothing really that I can see the Jets coming out with on this.
Well. Guys, you guys haven't put the picture together yet. I don't think we're seeing the Jets upsetting a lot of good football teams this year. That said, every year someone's got to do it. So stay tuned, because I think we might be getting to an upset potential game here in just a couple of minutes. But first, let's talk about the Bears game. Jets at the Bears. This deep down, fellas, I want to take the Jets. Deep down. I don't like Caleb Williams. He ruined Madden for me. Now I can't buy the new Madden game. Really pissing me off.
It might be an alternate cover, man. Like a nice alternate special edition cover.
Oh, God.
Take it off.
The whole thing's terrible. The whole thing's terrible. Like, I don't want to get down the Caleb Williams, because we got the Bears show coming up in the next week or so. And I am really, really looking forward to it, because I can't stand Caleb Williams and the hype that this dude gets for being absolutely mediocre. But anyway, that said, fellas, I want your score predictions in this one, because I'm not going to give this to the Jets, but I think it's there. This, to me, when I circled the Jets or the Bears schedule, I said to myself, this is their potential worst loss of the season, is at home, right in the beginning of October, right when you get a little comfortable. The Jets look terrible. They're coming off getting blown out 2 games in a row, potentially 3. And I just think this, to me, is where you catch the Bears sleeping and Caleb gets exposed for the fraud I know he is. They should win by 30, but give me the Bears. God, the Jets defense is so bad. I want to do it, though. Give me 2016 Bears. I think the Jets get an opportunity, though. Geno gets picked late. Thunder, what are you doing here?
I'm kind of leaning the same way. I'm pretty sure I gave this one to the Bears. I'm still going to stick with going to the Bears, just because of, like, I could see this being pretty close. Bears were kind of wonky in themselves, but I'm still sticking with the Bears. But I'm kind of there with you, where the score is probably going to be somewhere around maybe 28-21-ish Bears, being a little little
Yeah.
generous with the Jets there. I know with that 3 touchdown game, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be somewhere around there.
I think my biggest problem is, and this is where I was just going to catch myself, I was going to say 17-16. The problem is the Jets are so bad at both things. Their offense is going to struggle to break 21 points a game, but their defense, which is so weird because for as much as they can hold teams to these lower numbers, on paper, they look horrible. So, like, it's really hard to figure out. So are they going to basically lose every game? Other teams average 27, they average 16 points? Or are they going to find a way to keep these low-scoring Browns type of games? But they don't have a Browns type of defense. So I don't think they're going to be winning these 13-10 games. I just don't think that they're going to go the Jets' way here. So anyway, all that said, 28-21 for Thunder, 2016 for me. Luka, what you got?
I mean, I'm always one for an upset, obviously, but I really think I got to go with the Bears with this one. The thing of which I was saying from the last week too, I feel like the Jets can keep this one competitive early. I mean, with the pass rush, with David Bailey now like leading it, I feel like they can generate some pressure and force Caleb Williams to kind of give some uncomfortable throws. But the big difference I find in this is I think Chicago's their ability to stretch the field, I think, is the big difference. Create matchup problems over the middle. Bears get into a rhythm. Their offensive line, they'd control it, no doubt. So maybe New York can hang around. Maybe Garrett Wilson can throw a few chunk plays, but they'll show progress defensively, but just not enough consistently to get it done. So give me 27-20, Bears win.
27-20, Bears win. All right, Caleb Williams. If I lose money all year, guys, I hope I lose it on this game right here because I'll probably have Bears money line somewhere in a parlay, and if they kill me, I'll live with it. All I can tell you is all you Lizard Bets people, the Par Lizzie will not have Bears money line week 4. Okay, it will not. I promise. Mark my words. But that said, guys, we are moving on through a winnable game here. All of the sudden, you go Packers, Lions, Bears. Man, they just drew the death stick over there in the NFC for 3 weeks. But now you're back against the Browns, and you get Cleveland coming to New York to take you on there, which is interesting because rumor is Shedeur Sanders has been in talks. Well, they have been in talks about dealing Shedeur to the Jets potentially, which, by the way, for my boy Shedeur, I don't want necessarily, but you're screwed either way. So if he could go be a guy and not have to be on the Browns, so I don't have to cheer against him twice a year, I'm cool with it. So I hope they do make this move. But assuming they don't, Geno versus Shedeur. Personally, I think Shedeur wins that battle. And I know they lost Myles Garrett, but they still got guys like Denzel Ward back there. I still think the Browns defensively are going to be a decent team. And I think offensively they have more here. So I'm going to go Browns on the road. I do not have a Jets win yet on my schedule, but Thunder, is this a win for you to make it 2?
I did end up giving this one to the Jets on this one here. Like, I still kind of see these two basically the same type of team. Browns, especially after losing arguably the greatest defensive end right now that we have in football, and Myles Garrett to the Rams, takes a lot away from the. I know I put that line in there specifically for a specific somebody. So
you know who that. It's okay. It's okay. We'll move on. Okay.
Reigning defensive player of the year. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, like you lose
real quick, because he's always on defense. He's always on defense. Of course, he has stats.
He's pulling it out.
Of course, he has stats.
He could have been tired. He could have been tired. But anyways.
That's okay.
So
it's okay.
You lose him, takes a lot away from the defense. Not too much there, anyways, to begin with. Now I've heard potential talks that maybe Deshaun Watson might be coming back in. Whether you have him or Shedeur as the one dealing the ball, I'm going to go ahead and say I think you have a better shot with Shedeur. Watson ain't exactly been doing much in a while, missed a whole season. So even if he comes back, I think that's the worst case scenario for the Browns. But I'm still giving this to the Jets. I think there's a little bit more there after this. This is like week 5 now. We're going to be gonna be rolling just a little bit more. They get the cogs going a bit more with Geno and all that. So I'm going ahead. I'm gonna give this to the Jets.
All right, I got them 0-5. You got them 2-3. Luca, you are the decider. Are they 1-4 or are they 2-3, my man?
Well, I feel like a lot of Jets fans are relieved knowing this is a lot more favorable matchup for them after a big bad stretch. But thing about Cleveland, I feel like their offense is just unsettled. Even when you're talking at quarterback too, they lean heavily on their defense, no doubt, and the run game. That's, I feel like, the only way they can stay competitive. So I feel like Glenn's defense has a big chance of dictating the game, especially with Cleveland's offensive limitations. But I feel like at this point, it's where David Bailey actually can start coming into his own as a pass rushing presence. And with Tavante clogging the interior, I feel like there's a lot of uncomfortable third down situations that the Jets could probably force. So I'll say they not only win, I feel like they steal this one. I would say that's how I describe it. They steal the game. Interesting.
Well. These guys have 2 wins. I have no wins. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's coming soon. I'm just being real. I'm trying to take this thing one game at a time here, so I don't get too far ahead of myself. But it ain't coming in week 6, folks, because they're playing the Patriots in New England. And even though the Patriots might not be the team that they were last year, they are better than the damn Jets. All right. So
you mean
anyway,
schedule merchants?
For me, I could sit here and explain this to you guys of why I'm picking the Patriots, but do I have to? Give me the Patriots. Thunder, what you got? You're muted.
Muted.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Like, I don't think the Patriots are going to be as great, as dominant as they were last season, but I still don't see them being – I got them at, like, number 2 in their division, and the Jets at Jets maybe squeaking by not being last in the division, but nah, like, defense, Patriots all the way, even if Drake May isn't really doing much on offense with A.J. Brown yet. Like, there's no question here.
Okay. Luca, the New Jersey kid. Is there a chance?
Well, trust me, no one would want to give the Patriots a loss more than me, especially, as a Broncos fan. But Patriots are they're on a higher level right now. I mean, with Drake May, he's developing, high-end starter. As much as I hate to say it, it gives them a clear advantage, especially when it comes to the quarterback play. Defense, they absolutely punish inconsistent offense, and the Jets have literally exactly that. Offensive issues for the Jets, the passing game, Garrett Wilson, Amari Cooper Jr. Again, Jets could keep it competitive, but no, they're not going to be able to finish drives in Foxborough. So I'm giving the Patriots the win.
Okay. Well. Another winnable game right around the corner, folks. Who is it? It is the Miami Dolphins. And this one going down in New York. Fellas, I want to hear your guys' takes here on this one before I decide if I'm 0-7 or not. Because to be fair, there's a couple winnable games here coming up back to back to back. So, but is this the one? Thunder, I'll come to you. I wish Greg was on the show right now because Greg is a Dolphins fan. Poor fella. He's a Dolphins fan, so he could give us a real breakdown here. But that said, obviously we know there's some quarterback question marks there, but we kind of know where they're going in Miami. They kind of took it upon themselves to openly admit it's a rebuild. It's time to move on from Tua. It's time to move on into some other positions. They had a pretty good draft, in my opinion. Thunder, by this midseason point, which of the new teams with the new players, the new young guys, who do you see having a better development by this point in the year?
See, out of their whole division, I've got their games against the Dolphins being pretty much the only competitive games there is. I don't see the Jets making any competitive games against Patriots or the Bills. Little spoiler for like the video to come, so I got them getting swept by those guys. These ones though, with the Dolphins, again, probably being generous. Like I believe they're going to do better than they did last year, so kind of finding games for them to win. This is one that I feel they can win. It's going to be in their first game against their division rival in their own place, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm giving them a win here, but very well could still see them losing. But it's just at this point, gotta find some wins for the Jets. Gotta make them believe, especially Aaron Glenn here. He's got to be able to have like moments saying like, "Hey, we're stepping in the right direction." 2 and like 4 right now that I have him as. There's already going to be talks of like, "Hey, is Riggs going to be right?" And this guy's not even going to survive the season. So he's got to get this win here against a division rival too. I feel like Gino, the rest of the guys, especially kind of like you said, Luca, you said earlier in the video that Dan Bailey's going to be coming in, doing that. You got the receivers, Omar, finding their rhythm, coming in against the division rival at home. They're going to win. They're going to split them. I'm saying they're going to split them at least. But since it's the first game at home with them, they're taking the win on this one.
Fellas, one thing you have to keep in mind here, and I know you guys aren't technically on every show, so maybe it won't come back to bite you. But I got to do all these shows. I want you to remember, anytime you give someone a win right now, it's a loss next time for that team. So when you do the Dolphins preview, you're saying they're going to lose to the Jets. See, I gotta come back and relive these moments, right?
See, that's how in preparation, that's how I always remember, because I'm like, you know what? If it's at home, they're going to win. If they're away, they're going to lose in a split in the division. So that's how I keep it up here.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm just saying in general, keep that in mind when you guys are doing these. You're trying to be all like nice to the team you're talking about. And then all of a sudden you're talking about the next team and you're like, am I going to say they're going to lose to the Jets? And then you're like, oh shit, I did say that. So just keep that in mind. Huh? That's all I'm saying. But Luca,
I'm not trying to pull one of them. I forget the meme guy that they all always on ESPN where they do it like every year when he's doing his predictions. They always have those videos of like, he gave them a win here, but in this video he said they were going to lose. So like, what the heck?
People do it all the time. Like, I get it. It's hard because in that moment you're like, the Jets can find a way here. But if you would have just done the other team first, you would have easily been like, well, they wiped the Jets. Okay, on to the next one. And you wouldn't have even thought about it. So, hey, that's all I'm saying. But anyway. All right. Luca, are you joining Thunder on this one? Did the Dolphins take an L here on the road?
Well, I think mostly with Thunder on this. I agree, actually. I feel like this is the point of the season where Omar kind of shows his value in the slot, which, well, from what you said, Riggs, the coach survives at least just one more week, I guess, with this win. But the way Miami is just in kind of in a transitional phase after kind of a little roster reset. Just the offense, I don't think it's as stable as it was in the past year. So it's definitely something the Jets can take advantage of. Even when Fitzpatrick is helping, limit those passing plays over the middle. So some players start to show their valuableness. I think that's a good sign with this win. So yeah, give me the Dolphins L, Jets win, putting them at 3-4.
Interesting. Y'all must have forgot that there's a man named Devon Achane who could just win this game by himself. I mean, he literally could just carry it 32 times and they win.
That's what I'm saying. I can see it being competitive.
One of the most dangerous playmakers in the league, no doubt. But just is the offense. Is it stable enough?
Dude, here's the thing. You say offense. Here's the problem. Not only do they have Achane, right? But his backup's Ollie Gordon. Okay. Another very underrated running back, might I say. Then they got Jalen Tolbert. They got Tutu Atwell. You got Greg Dulcich. I'm not a Malik Willis guy, to be fair. I have talked a lot of shit about him, so I'm not going to sit here and act like he's some dude, okay? But he might be better than Gino. I mean, I'm just old man Gino midseason, been getting murdered by the Bears, Packers, and Lions. Like, I don't know if we ain't even going to see a good Gino in this game, to be honest with you. This, to me, just feels like between Malik running, Devon Achane, the potential deep ball threat, the very lack of corners and good safeties, in my opinion, in New York, and the fact that they have no pass rush. Malik Willis, to me, the one thing he did good on the Packers was run the football. It's the one thing that I was like, okay, he's a decent thrower. He got a little overrated in that category. But, dude, on the ground, this to me, I'm telling you, this to me is a Dolphins win 24. Honestly, I want to say like 10. I want to. Maybe it's like 24-20, but I think it's honestly like Dolphins just kind of murder him. I don't think the Jets get a lot of opportunity, and I don't think the Jets can stop him. And it just turns into like this ugly clock running game where the Jets are just throwing from behind, trying to make plays, can't make plays. Every time the Dolphins have the ball, they never get stopped on third, fourth down. And the clock just runs in this game. So I am not on the Dolphins any more than anybody else in the world, but this is a bad matchup for the Jets. So give me 0-7. Aaron Glenn, pack your damn bags. Get on that United flight and get out of there because you ain't flying private, my boy. It would be Spirit, but he got lucky and they shut down. So
hey, don't be bad mouthing the Spirit Airlines.
Hey,
Okay?
shout out Spirit. Shout
Don't
out
be bad
Spirit,
mouthing
you
the
know?
Spirit Airlines.
I want to go to Cancun for $44. Trust me.
I
I'm
got a
right there
special
with
place in the heart right here.
But that said, guys, all right, so these guys give them a win. Another loss for me. Jets, I don't know if they're ever going to win a game at this point. Because here's the other thing. I got to start being realistic. So genuine question to you guys before we get through here. 7 games in, if they are 0-7, is he fired right now? If you lose that one to the Dolphins at home, I think that's the one.
I can see it. You
Dolphins.
lost. You're 0-7. You've lost. You're 0-7. You've lost 2 games in a row, especially to the you haven't
Well, for
won.
me,
You just
you've
lost
lost
2
7
games
in a row.
back to back to division rivals. So yeah, like 2 games in a row to the division rivals. They did worse to my guy Robert Saleh, who I think is a better head coach. So it's like
Way
if that
better
happens,
coach.
if that's the case, especially now too that Aaron Glenn is taking over the like defensive play calling, so he's doing those both, and you're not getting a win on it. Yes, I think sadly that would be the cause for like goodbye.
Okay. Just want to say that because now the rest of my picks are going to go off of an interim coach, which we think is probably who at this point. If Aaron is basically whoever the OC is.
Yeah, probably.
Which is who the
Wouldn't
hell's the
surprise me.
Jets OC? Who? Hang on, folks. Bear with me here. I don't even know because this is how bad they're fucking. Oh, it's Frank. It's Frank Reich from the Colts. Oh shit. Okay, it's Frank. Then he's the interim 100%. Not really a question there. Funny enough, they actually probably get better under Frank, to be completely honest. So I just want to keep that in mind. So for me, he's fired after week 7. They start 0-7. They get double-pieced up, double-digit L to the Dolphins. And then he gets fired. All right. Shout out Spirit. Okay. Moving on through here. Raiders at the Jets. Now, keep in mind, you catch the Raiders week 1, week 2. Maybe some things are going your way here. But now, all of a sudden, you're catching them. Fernando Mendoza has had how much time now? 8 weeks. He's getting ready. That young team's building together. Lord knows Tom Brady's still part of that building and building that team. I can assume they're going to have some stuff brewing here. And to me, it's a Jets team coming off of a fired head coach. Things are looking bleak. You got to watch out now if you're me because that win's coming. They're going to beat somebody with Frank. It's coming. I don't think this is the one, but Thunder, I got to ask you, man, could they catch a Raiders team sleeping here?
See, this one is kind of. I think I'm falling into your like. Oh, you got to remember who you picked. And right now, I'm having a difficult time remembering who I picked in the article because either way, I can see this being another like
I'll find out.
solid matchup here. You've got one of the bottom teams in the league last year, like 2 of the bottom teams in the league last year going at it. I'm not too sold on Fernando just yet, but I do have some faith in him. I believe in him. You got Ashton Genty. You got their dominant tight end, one of the best tight ends in the league as well. So, and I'm having a real hard time trying to remember who I picked. So because I can see the Jets coming out with it, but I can also see the Raiders, especially finding their footing, even though they're going to
really quick. Thunder, real quick. I'm just reading a line from your article. You said the Jets can even get a small win streak going as they play the Raiders, who may have a solid rusher in Ashton Genty, who finished 25 yards, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But we still don't see that making a huge impact here, as they will have a new head coach as well. Okay, so you kind of left the door open.
Yeah, open. I know I'm kind of leaving the door open. So I'm going to go off of very well, could be wrong, but I believe that I did just because, again, trying to find them some spots to win. I think I went with the Jets on this one, but very well could see the Raiders still pulling this one out. Like you said, we're on like week 8. They're finding their rhythm. So Fernando could be cooking as well. You got Ashton Genty, who I am a fan of. I'm a fan of him. We had some talks on the videos last year about Heisman's and all that. So, but I won't go into that. I won't bring up those issues again. Mm-hmm. So I believe I went with the Jets, going for another pick of like, I think they're going to do better than last year. This is when I could at least see them winning. They got a shot at winning. But very well, especially if the Raiders are an underdog and they got some and they've been given some points, take the points on the Raiders, because either way, I see this being a pretty close game. This is going to be one where Fernando and all them really start being like, okay, Raiders coming up on the come up.
Here's the problem. I just said the Dolphins beat them, and I explained exactly how they're going to beat them. And they're going to beat them the same exact way. It's the same thing, bro. It's a quarterback that can run on you with a good running back, not as good as Devon Achane. Don't get it twisted, folks. Ashton Genty ain't no Devon Achane. I don't want to have that conversation with you right now. But he's a good running back, all right? Additionally, tight ends, they're good. Deep ball guys, they're good. They can punish this beat-to-death Jets team. I like Frank, and I think he's bringing that win here soon. But for me, I got to stick Raiders here. And by the way, when I do that Raiders show, I just can't. I can't put this as an L on their schedule. I think the Raiders struggle early, and I think this is when they start picking up some steam here, is this midseason point. So I'm going win here. Luca, you are the deciding vote. What's going to happen?
Love my deciding votes. So it's a unique matchup. I mean, the Raiders, they have exciting pieces. Overall, I still feel like the roster balance isn't really there. Like, no doubt, Brock Bowers, nightmare matchup. Jenny, that is explosiveness right there to the run game. But just offensive wise, the consistency, they're going to be developing, like you said, under a new coaching structure. So my difference in this game, Jets, the defensive front. Sweat size in the middle. Bailey's he's gonna continue to grow in the pass rush game. His presence, that'll disrupt timing. Raiders will be forced into long, uncomfortable drives, I feel like. So that defensive front, I feel like, is the big difference to give them a Raiders L and a Jets W to put them at 4-4. Some signs are starting to show.
Bro, I can't. Y'all giving them. Y'all being generous. All right, like I know I got them 0-8. I know I'm being hard on them. But y'all talking like 3-4 wins right now. 3-4 wins, bro. If they don't upset some crazy, if they don't get the Bears, the Pack, you guys basically are giving them the Titans. You're giving them every coin flip.
Yeah, basically. I'm giving them coin flips in like competition games. I don't really see them getting too much of like upsets at all this season. Like I'm choosing to believe that they can figure things out. That Aaron Glenn's gonna have like taken his first year under consideration, getting better defensive structure going on. Not impressed in any sort of way with either side, offense or defense, with the Jets. But yes, my generosity is coming out and being like, hey, you can win the toss-ups, and I will go ahead and give you those toss-ups.
Trust me.
Well,
I mean, no one.
Not too many more wins coming from me, though. Honestly,
I mean, no one wants to.
Not too many more wins coming.
No one wants to see the Jets keep going out of the playoffs more than me. Trust me, as a person raised to dislike the Jets heavily, but trust me, I'm shedding a tear just giving them all this generosity. But the thing about having a season like last season with Glenn's first season, it leaves you time to consider, just to fix your mistakes. I feel like this season really shows just a foundation, the start of a foundation to build off of. So I gotta keep being generous, really.
I'm trying to be nice, but there ain't no foundation. There ain't no foundation. That maybe some of these young rookies from the draft, maybe, but look, as a guy, I like Garrett Wilson. He's a little overrated too. I mean, damn. He's good. I mean, he's good, but like, he's not I saw people like, save him. I mean, maybe, but reports are he's had offers, but they ain't paying like the Jets. So he don't want to leave, bro. You want to stay there and suck, you stay there and suck. I'm done feeling bad for you. I'm through with it. Steelers got a nice warm spot for you right here. Come on over. But he don't want to come over, so that's cool. Hey, dig your grave, Brody. But look, they don't have foundation. I don't think, because the thing is, quarterback-wise, they have nothing coming here. Geno's got 1 year in him. He's going to have 2 good games. He's going to put up 4 touchdowns, no picks twice, where we'll be like, oh, shit. And they'll probably lose one of them. And other than that, he's a turnover machine. Aaron Glenn's getting fired. Breece Hall is an injury-prone. I don't even know what to say about him. I mean, he's one bad play away from he's done forever. Like, I don't know. I just don't see the foundation. But hey, I am being hard.
I don't see there being a foundation yet, but I see this year being the lay the foundation year. And so in there, had to think like they won 3 games last year with nothing, with horribleness, no foundation. And if this year I'm seeing them at least laying a fairly nice foundation, picking up some speed to get off the tarmac, then I gotta believe they can at least get 1 more win than they did last year, maybe 2 at most. So that's
the person getting off the tarmac is that boy Aaron Glenn. But I feel you. Hey, we'll see what happens, guys. It's getting good. But anyway, I'm 0-8 right now. Where are you guys at?
I think I'm at 4-4.
Luca, you're either at 4 or 3 wins. Yeah.
I'm 4-4. That's perfect 5.
Damn. Wow. All right. We are split here. Moving on through, guys. Not going to spend too much time unless one of y'all want to sit here and have your little hero moment, which I don't think is going to happen. They are at the Chiefs, and then they are at home against the Bills. 2 L's. We cool?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I'm right there with you. 2.
0-10, boys. 0-10. Things are looking bad, but they're coming here. They got a chance to make just a little bit of noise. They got some games around the corner. Some winnable, some honestly not at all. So you go Chiefs L, Bills L, at the Chargers. I am probably the hardest person on the Chargers on the entire Sports Forum team. And even I have a win here for the LA Chargers. I'm really, honestly, guys, I'm trying to find a win now because I'm like, bro, someone's going to screw this up. They'll go beat the Chiefs, bro. Like, something stupid's going to happen. But I'm going to go with a win here for the Chargers as well. And then just looking ahead, actually, I guess I'll stop there. Anybody going to say that the Chargers drop this game November 22nd?
Nope.
No.
Justin Herbert.
Not even doesn't come down to the last play. Nothing scary.
No. Herbert's going to punish the defense. So easy.
Yeah,
easy.
It's a long travel too. I mean, you're crossing the entire country.
Even if for some reason the Jets end up figuring out a way to stall out the Chargers, you got Dicker the kicker that's gonna.
They'll beat them 9-0
away himself.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. So, all right, a win there. Now, it is time at the Miami Dolphins, November 29th, 1:00 in the afternoon. At this point, I think this is where I have to consider if they're going to win, but it's the same thing I said, and I'm not going back on it. They do it again to them. They run all over them. They stick it to them. Maybe I think one of those 2 games does come down to like a last drive scenario. One of them will. And they're both winnable for the Jets because they're going to be run heavy games. But unless Breece Hall just has a huge game or like A-Chain's hurt or something, which we can't project that right now, I got to go win here for the Dolphins. So, yeah, Thunder, what do you got?
Sticking to my statement earlier, like it's the only team that I see them being competitive with in their division, but I see them splitting. So they won their one at home. They're gonna lose this one on the road. Basically, kind of the same thing you're saying. Dolphins,
Yeah.
I got them losing the first one. They're gonna come in. They're gonna be real upset. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be ticked off. This is where they even more just run it down their throat.
Luka.
Fully agree. A split I think it just feels right. A chain creates those explosive plays. The Jets struggle to contain over the 4 quarters, and Miami just enough to contain, just enough defense to limit the impact. So split the series right there. That's a loss for the Jets.
Bro, I'm running out of options here. Broncos at the Jets, December 13th. Now, we could have something here. I'm just saying. I think the question is there a world that Justin Fields is quarterback? If Aaron Glenn gets fired, Geno ain't doing shit. According to me, they haven't won yet. Is Justin quarterback? Because if Justin Fields is the quarterback, they're going to beat the Denver Broncos. Y'all ain't ready for this.
Really?
Y'all ain't ready for this.
Solely because of Justin? Solely because of Fields? What's the
dude, if they play Geno, bro, if they play Geno, we're talking like 4 picks, 17 sacks. It's horrific. Which is probably not going to be great for Justin either. I'm just saying they have a much better chance to beat Denver with a Fields type quarterback than a Geno type quarterback. That's kind of all I'm saying here. But Geno's turnovers are a real problem, and Denver is probably one of the very few teams that you cannot afford to hang balls in the air and overthrow by a little bit. And that's who he is as a quarterback. That's who he is. So, yeah, I don't think this is the one, but I'm just saying if Fields is the starter and he's like 2 or 3 games into starting at this point, and this game rolls around and it's like Jets plus 16.5, I'm taking the money line. This is the upset of the year right here. No one sees it coming. Perfect. But anyway, give me the Broncos. But I tried. Luka, what you got here?
Still just no matter the quarterback, still just one of the toughest matchups when we're talking about defense. Not to mention, this is also a Broncos team that's like the Patriots. They got to prove from last season that those schedules weren't the only reason that they made it that far. But I feel like the Jets' offensive line they'll struggle to hold up for 4 quarters. No sustained drives, and Nick Bonito, I feel like, will consistently force quarterbacks into rush decisions. That's what they do. This is a game where effort is there, but execution gaps will show. Give me the Broncos.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you for is your score prediction, because I know that you're not going to have this being much of a game. So I'd love to hear how big this is.
Not really, man. Like, if anything, sure, I'm not the biggest Bo Lever fan, not the biggest believer in Bo Nix, but I also don't think he's crap. Like, I know a lot of people crap on him. I don't think he's crap. I think he's a pretty solid QB. I always like to say he may not be one that you're going to believe is going to go out and win you the game, but more importantly, he's not going to lose you the game. And so for stuff like this, I'm believing no matter what, Broncos are going to come out and win this. If anything, probably could even get to 28, 30 points, while the Jets maybe get 10.
Okay. I think that's fair. 30-10. That's probably about where this thing's going. And I'm right there with you. This is not the Broncos show. I will not go on one of my Broncos rants. However, Thunder killed it, y'all. Y'all can keep hyping this dude up like he's a superstar already. He's a good quarterback, but he still throws balls in the dirt, and he still plays a little bit too safe when he needs to let it go. And I do think part of it's Sean Payton. I think Bo Nix actually has more talent than Sean wants to let him use. But y'all want to extend Sean Payton too. So you know what? I'm going to stop right now before I start talking too much shit. Sean Payton overrated as hell. Bo Nix pretty good quarterback. Anyway, Broncos win. Okay, we're moving through it.
He makes the play.
Anyway,
He makes good plays.
Jets at the Cardinals, fellas. I think if I'm gonna give them a win, this might be the one that I have to circle. Here's the thing. You're talking Jeremiah Love should be rolling at this point in the year. James Conner might be healthy, might not. Obviously, you need to be healthy here to really make a big impact, dual running wise. But I think Carson Beck also should be looking pretty good by this point in the season as well. It's in Arizona, which definitely fair. If this was outdoors in New York, I probably would go New York here. But it is in Arizona. It's inside. It's just best team versus best team. Arizona Cardinals, for as bad of moments as they had last year, they low-key played good football. I mean, especially offensively. They actually played pretty good. Now, will it be Jacoby Brissett? Will it be Carson? I really don't think it matters. Because if Jacoby looks good, they're just going to roll with Jacoby. And if he does do bad, then they're going to put Carson in at this point in the season anyway. Whatever. You still got Trey McBride. You still got two good running backs. You're still at home. I have my fears with the Cardinals, but this is probably the worst time for the Jets to catch them in the worst place to catch them. This is a monumental Jets season, folks. It's an L. Give me the Cardinals. Thunder, what do you got?
This was like my last toss-up game for them. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember this is like the 5th win that I gave them. But I'm kind of with you. Like, this is another toss-up game. I don't know Jacoby or Sid the Sloth is going to be in on this one. But either way, I don't think that's where you're looking at. Like, you got Marvin Harrison doing his thing too, possibly. Definitely could win, get the win over on the Jets. But I don't know. And this is kind of one of the things where it's like, I really, as a Cowboys fan, really dislike the Cardinals. So it might be a little biased that on this toss-up, I'm giving the win to the Jets. But I could still see the Jets blowing this one. But I'm sticking to my guns, saying the Jets get their final win of the season on this one. And I guess upset the Cardinals in your mind. But that's where I'm going on this one.
Luka.
Difficult, mainly because Arizona is early in its rebuild, but Kyler Murray's, I think he has mobility that always gives the team a chance, but that just leaves the overall roster just being so inconsistent. Just the upgrades defensively the Jets made, they could shine here, even against a Cardinals offense that's just lacks a lot behind its playmakers. David Bailey could. This is actually a good time in the season where David Bailey could have a very impactful game. He could help out close out this road matchup. Maybe even, honestly, I would say this is a lower scoring matchup, honestly. But if I were to give a coin flip on this, I would say that the Jets blow this one and we get the Cardinals coming out on top. Like I said, low scoring matchup, maybe close, but I think the Cardinals are gonna take this one.
Keep in mind, quick reminder, Kyler Murray on the Vikings now, so it won't be Kyler. It should be Jacoby or Carson. But I'm there with you. It could be low scoring, but at the same time, you're talking about two teams that don't play defense. They literally don't have This could be like 33-34, something that we're just like, what the hell is going on? Why did this game become good? Type of game here in this one, but Owen, I don't know, everything for me. 14, 15, wherever we're at, bro. It's a lot of O's in this one here. Patriots come to New York, December 27th, 1:00 p.m. here. Thunder coming to you first, my man. I'm just saying, I actually think this has to be considered.
Considered on what? Considered that the Jets might actually pull it off against the Patriots? It might be 2 days removed from Christmas, but I don't see any late Christmas miracles happening here, man. Like I said, I don't see it. Patriots gonna get the win over them. That's just cut and dry. Patriots maybe, that's gonna be too much. Patriots maybe playing for a playoff spot again. Who knows? But either way, defense I always go down to defense. Patriots, solid defense. So that's where I'm going with this. I don't see the Jets even having a shot here.
Damn. Not a shot. Nothing. Outdoors, cold, low scoring, no shot.
The Patriots, it may not be as cold as New York can get, but Patriots know how to play in cold as well. It's two cold, coldish
We
teams.
can see if the defense of the Jets could. We'll see how much it improves over the course of the season compared to when they started. But red zone execution, I'd like to say, also remains a big difference. I got to go with New England on this one. Just the quarterback stability is just going to show. Stability is just going to show again. Drake's efficiency. It's just the big advantage.
I feel like they're gonna win one game, bro, and it's gonna be against one of these teams that they got no business. Absolutely, they're gonna lose to every bad team in football, and then they're gonna beat like I said, the Chiefs or the Patriots, or like this is how it's gonna happen. Yeah, they could. Yeah, maybe they take one of the Dolphins games. But bro, I'm just saying, tell me that this game right here, bro, is not the exact type of game that every year one of these teams that everyone puts in the parlay late, and if they could just win the next three, then they get the 1 seed and all this shit. And it's always some bum team that beats that team that we're talking about, and that's the New York Jets. So I'm just saying, when this rolls around, it might be worth it.
I just don't see the Patriots being a team that's going to be like, oh, okay, we've got stuff locked up, even playoffs or not. So it's like Patriots going to have to be locked in for the whole season. I don't see them having another season like last year where they have moments where they're like, oh, okay, we can have this in the bag. We can go off a little bit. So I just don't see them dropping the ball.
Fair. Look, I don't think so either. I'm just trying to find a dub here. I'm trying. I can't find one, guys. I can't.
I don't think you're going to, man.
A lot of contenders.
But here's the thing. We were talking about Kyler Murray, and here we go. Let me tell you something about Kyler Murray, folks. I have defended the shit out of this dude for about 4 years. I shouldn't be, but I consistently do, because I think some games, some teams, some coaching, it really depends on how Kyler Murray is going to play with what's around him. And this is a bad game for Kyler Murray. We saw him in Arizona playing indoors all the time. When he did have to go outside, he kind of had two moments where he kind of looked like, what the hell is going on out here in the cold? Kyler Murray played in Texas. He just doesn't really have that cold quarterback thing. Well, you're going outdoors in what could be a kind of meaningless game, January 3rd in New York. According to me, they haven't won a game yet. This could be the one that they say, hey, we might have not won a game in 2026, but we can start 2027 with a win on January 3rd if we just handle business here. This is a danger game for the Vikings if the Vikings, one, aren't Kyler Murray's like not healthy or something, but two, if the Vikings aren't playing for anything. I think if we find a motivated Vikings team here that's like an 8-win team at this point, 2 wins in a row to end the year, and they're in, then I think this is a murder scene. I think Kyler Murray does it to him. And honestly, just running the football alone, if Aaron Jones stays healthy and everything's okay, like this is gonna be a murder show. But I'm just saying, this could be the one. I'm still gonna go Vikings simply because I'm higher on Kyler and the Vikings than other people are this year. But it's a danger game. Give me Kyler Murray and the Vikings, which feels weird. 2013. I'll go 20. No, because they're defense. Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, 2013 Cardinals. Jesus. Vikings. I got to get used to this Kyler thing. Thunder, what do you got in this one, man? I need a score prediction from you.
See, I'm going with the Vikings on this one. Like I said, about like 2 games back, I'm giving them the Jets 5 wins at the most. That's it. Going with the Vikings here. Whether there is even whether Kyler's out due to injury, whether there's a controversy and maybe somehow JJ McCarthy ends up being so much better than he was last year, I don't
Ooh.
think it's going to matter very much whether JJ's in there or not. Maybe if JJ's in there, Jets get a little bit more, give him a little bit more points on this. But either way, it's like you have Hawkinson, you got still the ground game going well too. Aaron Jones, you got Jordan Mason, fairly good running back as well, back up there. So it's like they got the keys to run it down their throat again. So no matter what, I'm going with the Vikings on this one. And maybe like 21-17 to be a little generous there. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Luca.
All right. Well, like I said about Murray, just mobility is gonna give them that chance. McCarthy, just still developing. We all know that. They could limit damage. Jets could limit damage. Fitzpatrick definitely, but just the Vikings' ability, they can create explosive plays, no doubt, and through the air, and just ultimately, I think that decides the games. It decides the game. That'll give the Vikings the win. Jets drop this one.
Well, fellas, then there was one.
A bad one, too.
And it's a fucking bad one. Yeah. The Bills in Buffalo. Now, this could be a Josh Allen list, James Cook list, Dalton Kincaid list.
It probably is going to be.
Who are they going to be in playoff? Are they going to be? They're likely to be in playoff position.
Yeah.
What's on the line for them?
So I have the Bills as the AFC representative. So for me, now that could be if they win this game, very likely they have to win this game to really lock up the one. I could see that. I think they're a 13-ish win team. I think that gets it done. But
sounds like the same.
There's also a world that they're not. But as we always do with our schedule predictions, we have to view it, folks, as there's no injuries and there is no freebie buys or any of that bullshit. You got to go team versus team, full team. It's Bills via murder. Don't overthink it. Josh Allen could fumble 3 times and they win the game. It does not matter. So it would be funny, though. 0-17. It's official. The Jets do not win a football game in 2026/27. Bless you. All right. Anyway, Thunder. I mean, either of you. Are either of you going upset here, assuming this is a regular game?
Hell no. The gap between a rebuilding team and a contender. Hell no.
Well, the over-under online, 5.5 wins. Folks, you want to get rich this season? Take the Jets to go 0-17, and you're now rich. If you feel a little bit scared of that, that's okay. Take under 5.5 wins and cash the fattest ticket of your entire life, because I can't find one win. When I review it, I see 2, maybe 3 games that I say, all right, fine. I'll give them 3. Oh my God, they won 4? Holy shit. 5? Bro, who thinks they're winning 6 games? I don't know. Anyway, guys, I think it's the biggest lock of every schedule preview we've done. Bills over 10.5 was a great pick. This under 5.5 is the best pick. So all day long.
Yeah.
Thunder, you sticking with your under 5.5?
I'm sticking with the under 5.5 just because it's like I said, I gave him every toss-up one, but there's still possibility that they're going to blow the toss-ups and end up losing that. So if anything, I could see them ranging anywhere from like getting another 3 wins, squeaking out another 3 wins, having another 3-win season. But at the most, it's 5. It would have to be like they play perfect in all the toss-ups and then get a Bills team that's just turning it in, resting the guys for the playoffs to get that 6-1. And I just don't see the Jets being that perfect.
Luca, are you at 5 or are you at 6? I think you're at 6.
I'm at 5. Am I at 5? Or
well, either way, all we need is your over under 5.5. Even if you said something, what do you see full season when it's all said and done?
when it's all said and done, I would say, based on what they've been doing, what they did in the offseason, the Jets could small, very small, but it still could be possible they take a step forward. They could, like you said, lay the foundation potentially. Like I said, whether it's with Aaron Glenn or not, that's pretty much a coin toss too, most likely, whether he'll be still around or not. But they have the chance to lay a foundation under an identity created by Aaron Glenn. But with the amount of playoff caliber quarterbacks they have for this season, the schedule is loaded for them. But they just need to find a way to get some consistency on the offense outside of Garrett Wilson, and if Omar Cooper Jr. can show some flashes, I feel like that could be a win for them. But as small as this step forward would be, it's still considered a step forward. So I think, I was 5. So, God damn.
5 too many.
Oh, of course.
Look, guys, I get 0-17 is not realistic. It's not realistic. But if you really look at it week for week, don't look at the whole thing. Just go like this, just one by one, bro. Who the fuck are they gonna be? Like, I can't, unless someone just drops the ball, or Malik Willis looks 3 times worse than I already think he is. I just don't see it. But anyway, guys, under 5.5 is the pick of the century. Put it in, bro. If the best case scenario is they win week 1 and their win total jumps to like 6.5, and then you take under 6.5. That would be even better. That's the best case scenario. But I don't think even if they win week 1, it does not matter. For them to win 5 more, I don't think so.
Because even then, for me, like I'm saying, like the 5 for me, I know is probably being really generous, just because of like even when in the toss-up games, like the Raiders, they have a better shot of having gotten the ball going more than I think the Jets do. But just Jets were the first team that we were doing may have come with some like, okay, let me be a little bit kinder to them just because. And it's like, that's where I'm going. But there's so many games where it's like, I'm giving you the toss-up, but I'm being fairly generous giving you that toss-up. The other team should still probably be the one coming on top. Jets got like the 12th hardest strength of schedule going on. So it's a tough year for them. And
I think if you avoid the big win, the big upset win, 1, so Titans game 1, Browns game 2, 3 here, 4 here. I'm just like saying like every toss up, 5 here, 6, 7 max. Well, you got to win 6 of those to hit the over. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I'm actually very, very surprised that the win total is 5.5. I think 3.5 would have been a very difficult number because honestly, I wouldn't want to bet over 3.5. I really don't think I would, but it's really hard to say under 3.5 as well when they won 3 last year. So, I don't know. Long story short, it's going to be a bad season for the New York Jets. Per usual, my only last futures bet that I like here is this division finishing standings. Let me know if you guys agree. I'm going Bills first, Patriots second, Dolphins third, Jets fourth. I think if you want to bet the exact order, I think it's the way to go.
Yep.
You don't like it, Luke?
No, I fully agree.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
thinking about
guys.
it a little bit, but no, sounds right.
Yeah. Basically, guys, we're just flipping last year's top 2. That's all it is. I don't think the Patriots are a 13-win team. I just don't. I think that their little run they went on last year, that was a blip.
They're going to drop.
A little blip.
Schedule merchants last year. They're going to drop.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah, I think we're looking at about 12 wins because, guys, by the way, that's it for the division. So we're at, well, technically, I think we have to do the Dolphins schedule, I think. So anyway, whatever. But we're done with articles for that division. So I think it's like Bills 12 wins, 12-13. Patriots 10,
Same old
maybe
story.
11, but they're a playoff team. Dolphins probably fall short of the playoffs, but they very easily take 7-8 wins and just split right where they are. They won 7 games last year. They sucked last year. So anyway, there's that. And then there's the Jets. And then there's the Jets. So anyway, all right. Anybody else got any last words for the New York Jets? My last word, you don't need Jets players on your fantasy football team. Thunder, anything else from you?
Nothing. Nice, maybe give you a little hope with a foundation year, but no, Jets are the Jets. New York may have had some great luck in the basketball season, but you're back to being sad.
Back to being sad. Luca, anything else?
There's always next season or the season after that, or the 2 seasons after those seasons. This
Cowboys fan. Anyway,
my helmet hat.
This ain't our year, but maybe next year.
Looking forward to that Brazil game, even though that's probably gonna be a sad game. I'm still looking forward to Brazil. Brazil, baby.
Yeah. Are you going to that game?
I would love to, but no. Sadly.
I was gonna say, I hate to say it, bro, but I feel like Brazil is one of the only out of country games I wouldn't want to go to. Because it's like the Mexico City games. They keep putting them in all these dangerous places though, where all the tourists are it's not that fun because we can't go out at night at all. And we can't the Mexico City game, bro. Y'all, I don't know if you've been down there. I've been down there.
I can kind of blend in down there. I speak the language.
Yeah, bro. Until you're it's 9 o'clock and you walking down the street.
I may not be Mr. Worldwide, but
you're
as long as you don't get in there, as long as you don't get in their business, those specific people, some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. As long as you don't get into their business, true respect, some of the nicest people you ever meet.
Until they go, all the dumb Americans.
But I am Mr. America. North and South.
They see you walking with your cowboy sweater on, and they're like, American. Let's
get
them.
Like the Cowboys in Brazil, okay? They're a pretty popular team back then.
I'll give that to you. All right.
Anyway, Mr. America, North and South.
God. By the way, Cowboy show's coming soon as well, folks. So stay tuned for that. We got AFC North, NFC North shows on the horizon. Should be really fun. Really looking forward to the Lions show next week. That's going to be a banger. So tune in for that one and a lot of other good ones coming up. This Friday, we got the Texas Longhorn show. Should be a fun one as well. Hope you guys can tap in with that one. And then tomorrow, we got the Eagles show, which obviously a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on what this Eagles team is going to look like. So tune in for that. But give these guys a follow. Luca at Luca MRZZ. Thunder Villarreal at Villarreal Thunder. Myself at Rig Sports Talk. Sportsforummedia.com is the website for you. Go check out Thunder's article now and everyone else's articles on there, guys, and give us a follow at Sports Forum CO across all socials. And we got you guys covered, man. Until next time, take care. And JETS, you're 0-17. I don't know how to rhyme it, guys. Peace.
Drop a few bills and pop a few champagne bottles.